Hey everybody, just a quick message from Bald and Bonkers Network. We would like to remind everybody that certain topics of discussion may not be comfortable for all listeners. Certain viewpoints may not reflect those of our partners, sponsors, affiliates, our hosts, or that of our guests. We would like to encourage everybody to keep a respectful and open climate of discussion for all topics, no matter how disturbing they may be. So viewer discretion is advised.
In life, you never know what crystals may just lie inside what you see. This is the Inner Quartz, featuring Smith Family Paranormal Investigations. Uncover the gems deep inside the mysteries to see what you discover.
Hello guys, happy Friday. Thank you guys for coming in. We already have 5 in the chat, 6. We're doing good. Say hi in the chat. Let us know that you are here and we will get started.
If you're coming from Facebook, you have to accept for StreamYard. So if you can, please let us know who you are. Because right now it just says Facebook user.
Hello, Facebook user. Thank you for coming in. Just let us know who you are. So today we are talking about part 2 of Communicating with Spirits. We are going through the crystals. Hey, Mom. Thank you for sharing out. We are going through the crystals. We ended with part of labradorite last time, and we are going to continue with labradorite. And then we're going to go over to clear quartz. So with those, they kind of work hand in hand, and you will see that throughout the reading that I do. And if you guys have any questions for me or Chad, please let us know in the comments, and we will be more than happy to answer all of your comments. So thank you guys for coming in. We are going to get started. Like we were talking about with labradorite last time. It is good for grounding. It is good for
Share off Twitch, sorry.
Sharon and heard my own voice. Good for grounding, good for meditation. That was a big one. It is good in a relationship, and it's also a good stone to have for you to protect against any kind of misfortune, as in bad luck, or something happened to you, and then it helps protect you against any bad juju, as we would call it.
Use my word.
He likes that word, juju. So I guess any of that. However, there are just some things that are unavoidable in the world, and some of us already know how that is. Hi, babe. The protection shield that this crystal can provide will make an impact in you, your loved ones, and your life. As in, if you use this crystal and do not allow the negative in to your household, your business, your family, not only does that help protect you and your family, but it will go with anybody that steps into your bubble, essentially. Like if I were to use this stone, this crystal, and not let anything, let it ground me, do the meditation, everything that I need to, as it suggests in the reading, then it's essentially a shield that I have, a little bubble, and then I can use it for the entire family, and it will do the same. I'm not saying it's going to protect everyone from a car accident, that stuff is just an unfortunate thing that happens, or death, a crossover, it's just that part is part of life, and that unfortunately is the misfortune, bad juju, that does happen, and we cannot control that. But as in stuff that you can control financially, love life, stuff like that, you can control. Your job. You wake up every morning. Do I want to go to work? No, not really. My bed's comfortable and nice and warm and cozy. But you have to. And with that, it will build your positivity. And using this stone will help you with the mental state of, I have to get up. It's nice and sunny outside. I'm going to go feel that warmth on my skin and I'm going to get going for the day. That's what this does. Hey, sis, I hope you're feeling better. It will also help recover and get you back on your feet quickly and in a positive way, just like I said. It will do the same thing. You just have to believe in the crystal and have to use the crystal in the proper way. If you do that, hey Sam, it can also protect you from bad decisions and losing decisions that may lose you money. That is a good thing. It will help you in a financial state. If you need decision making, go and meditate with it. Stick it in your hand, around your neck, however you do it, and carry it around with you. Do that. Put your meditation music on. I do it every night before I go to bed. I will sit there with whatever crystals I have, and I do have quite a few, so I do not do them every night the same thing. He's back there shaking his head because I always go up at least, an hour or two before him. I hope you get better. I really do. And will foster a better connection with people. Like, I am not a, hi, how you doing? Go talk to random strangers, as in this one back here. You will go up to just about anybody for any reason and have a good conversation with them. Don't even got to know their name. That's just who he is. I'm not that.
And this is how well protected I feel my crystals are. This morning I had an incident, and she was like, "You did what?" I'm driving. I get up early, as everybody knows, and I'm going towards Wawa to fill up for the week. And on my way down Gambrels Road, our street, up our street, and then make the left to go to Wawa. I'm sitting there and I'm changing the channels on a radio station to something other than what I had on, and I looked over to see and then I look up, and there was a lady in the middle of the road.
My first thought was it was a spirit, and then he said, "No, it's not."
No, it was a human. But if she was any further in the road, I probably would have ran her over. That would have been the unfortunate problem. But I swung around, and like she said, I can talk to just about anybody. These people have been walking from the middle of Glen Burnie for 4 hours.
And walking from Glen Burnie to where we live for 4 hours is definitely a hike.
Yeah. So.
All because they broke down.
So I picked them up and drove them to their house, and she was like, "You did what? You could have been murdered on the way." But I believe in my crystals, and
his gut instinct.
I say my prayer before I leave here, and anytime we go somewhere, I say prayers on that we make a safe travel to wherever we may be going. And so I picked them up, took them to their house, and good juju came to me this morning, and I got an extra little bit of spending cash to go get some lunch this afternoon. So I was able to treat me and the two coworkers that I have with me something for lunch that I wouldn't have been normally able to do because of having the situation that we were in with the whole COVID-cation that I had that kind of messed us up financially. But as we always say, where one door opens or closes, a window opens, and mine just happened to open for somebody to be able to get a ride. They lived from where they were at. They lived another half mile. They would have been walking for another 2.5 hours. Mm-hmm. Because they weren't. It's not like they were walking fast. They were
probably exhausted by that point.
It was she got in the car in my van and was like, my legs are so throbbing right now from 4 hours of walking. And I was like, well,
You ain't got to walk no more. Let's
well,
see your front door and go sit. But that brings us to another point that was perfect stopping. This stone energy will warn you about people who you cannot trust and projects that you should
shouldn't
you know,
shelf.
shelve.
In other words, if there's a project that needs to get done, it's telling you to put it away, leave it alone for a little bit, and come back to it. Kind of like what I keep telling
That's
her
crazy.
every time. I mean, I'll be on the camera and she'll be screaming, and I'm like, I'll call her. I'm like, babe, step away from the computer. It's not worth it at the moment to be screaming and hollering.
No, his thing is he just doesn't want this going out the window.
I mean, I don't want my 3 gigabyte
He likes his computer.
computer
So-
going out the window.
So, because the stone is closely connected with your intuition and physical insight, it can be immune value, as in your gut tells you one thing, listen to it. Your intuition says, don't go down that dark hallway. Guess what? You're going to listen to it because that's what your crystal just brought into you. Don't pick them people up. You don't do it. If it says, well, that's a good decision, go ahead, take the job. Or, they're good. You know, the little old lady needs help. Go do it. Listen to it. Don't ignore it. I have ignored mine for years, and I have realized to open that connection to this crystal, and it has helped so much. Before we go out anywhere, this crystal right here is what I ground to, and my protection crystal, and a couple more that I like to carry with me because it's a chakra, and I have my pack. As you learn through these shows, do you like, I do. Walk away and count to 10. Yeah, I do the same thing, but I have my moments where if I get into a research and like this, and I was doing another secret special report that we will be doing, if not next week, the following week. And our power went out. I forgot to save. And when I forgot to save, I lost 3 hours worth of work. I mean, I was sitting here typing everything into my own words. I was doing my own research. And normally I save within a couple minutes, like Sis said in the chat, but I didn't. I was just on a roll and I was going. And if I stop and go and do something else, I lose my train of thought. So that's just how things were that day. So, but other than that, I do kind of listen, and you know, there is different groups of crystals that you can use for chakra. We will do, after we're done with this and completed these, we will move on to what groups of crystals you can use for chakra. So that will be the next subject after we're done here. Sometimes you may get a gut feeling or an intuition flash urging you to stop investing in one project and turn the business and its energy to another direction. As in, you got one thing going on, either for some reason you can't finish it, or for some reason you start getting agitated on it and you're like, gotta go out. Gotta go. Don't. Calm down. Like our Facebook user said, count to 10. Walk away. Direct yourself somewhere else. What I normally do when I get really frustrated is I grab my crystals, especially this one, to elaborate, and I will go upstairs. I will calm myself, turn the TV on, and take a nap. And then when I get up, I'm ready to go again.
Dr. Phil is our friend.
It is. I love my Dr. Phil. Or sometimes you might get a sudden flash of inspiration to check the job listing in your area. So that's like kind of, it motivates you. And with the motivation, you get motivation to deep clean something you haven't deep cleaned before. Let's say your car. That's a good one. Not everybody does that. You never know what you're going to find. But that's just in the motivation department, and this crystal will also help with that. Yet labradorite somehow makes it a little easier to simply stick with our principles, connect you with the physical self, our physical self, and not let anything or anyone sway us from what we know is the right path to take. I am pretty sure a lot of parents have told their kids, you want to go down the correct road. Well, this crystal acts like one of your parents. You're going down the wrong road. You need to make a U-turn. You need to go back down and make that right and go down the right lane. It's that simple. If you listen to it and let it connect with your intuition, let it connect with everything that you allow it to, it will send you down that right road. And it does. It really does. It's turned me completely around. But welcoming the influence into your life can be scary sometimes. If you're not used to opening yourself up, I am still working on it. I have a lot of trust issues and a lot of problems on opening up. So opening up to a crystal, I don't know why a lot of people say, well, it's not the same. It is. Because it's not just a crystal you're opening up to. You're opening, it's like you close your book, you put yourself back in that box, you lock the key, lock the lock, and you throw that key away. Well, now we're reversing that. And we're unlocking that, and we're throwing the lock away. And we're opening it completely and getting rid of the box. Just like opening your book, when you say you're an open book, essentially the same thing. That's what this helps you do. It helps you do that in a safe way, in a protective way. Labradorite will assist you in changes and transitions that will happen in your professional life. And it will help you deal with everyday challenges that will come up in business, job. You got a promotion you were offered, you don't know, go communicate with your crystal. Go do what you do. If you do that, you'll know. Follow your intuition and your gut. Your gut tells you, do it, then do it. If it tells you, it's not the right time right now, I don't feel like I'm, at that stage in my career to do that, then don't do it. But follow your intuition. That's definitely the safest way to do that with this crystal. It will give you a gift of strength, courage, and self-confidence, inspiration. It can help manifest the gifts that are waiting for you. If you have abilities and you want to open them more, this crystal can help you do that in so many ways. If you guys watched the last show that show the properties and the meaning behind it, well, this will also help and go along with that. And with that, it will strengthen you in your confidence to open yourself and make your abilities, in my case, a little bit better, a whole lot better. Because not only do you have the confidence to open yourself, to want to explore your abilities, but now you're calm, you're collected, you're able to meditate with no interruptions, you're able to do what you do in the correct way with this crystal. Labradorite is a very strong crystal if you use it the right way. I've seen a lot of people say, I have it, I did everything you told me to do. Why ain't it working? Because you didn't put your 110% into it. You literally have to sit there and put your 110% into it. You can't just say, well, I got it. Now what? Well, that's not how that works. It's really not. And I've heard that from a few people that have learned from us in the crystals and herbs and stuff like that. We've done a lot of studying since we started more so since we've started the inner quartz. And you learn so much just by doing your own research. So you definitely need to, in our case, be one with that crystal. True. I was like, who said that?
I am the crystal.
Yep. So
I will not crack. I will not break.
I will not drop you.
Oh.
Nowadays, it seems as though it has never been more difficult to keep still and just be in the moment. And that's exactly what we were talking about. Being one with the crystal. You have to be calm. Oh, hey, Christina. I know it's hard for some. I know it's hard for me. I have to do it at night when everybody's asleep, because I have tried it when little girl was in her room and the other two were in their rooms and they were all doing something. I was like, oh, so quiet. I'm gonna get down. Well, I start and I hear, Mommy. I'm like, yeah, well, that's not going to work. So you need to find your time of the day, your specific spot. Now, I like my room because they know after I'm in my room and my door is shut, do not come knocking unless there is a limb falling off and there's blood squirting everywhere. So that's just how that goes. So I mean,
And like Sam said, with potions and stuff, labradorite is a very good defensive crystal to add into potions and stuff. Once we get through all the various protection crystals and such like that, we'll bring Sam up and he'll talk more on the potion side of crystals.
mm-hmm.
But back to you, Linda.
We have quite a bit to go through, guys. I apologize. Yeah, it can somehow help you to remember how much a little detail matters. The little things in life. Just the little things. A little phone call, a little act of kindness.
DSTS. Don't sweat the small stuff.
Exactly. But you can also embrace the idea of not letting the little things take over and dissolve into worries too. That's me. I worry about okay, Sam, just about everything. And that one behind me can tell you. The least littlest thing, and I'm like, oh my God, my life is over. And then that's when I go upstairs and I do my meditation. I come back down off that high cloud and I'm good. This energy can give you a sense of purposeful, and they will help you develop new ideas and find joy of what you are doing. You want to start a garden? You want your herbs? You want your hello? You're creative. You want to do something. You don't want to go buy your herbs anymore. You want to save a little bit, which is conserving. And we kind of do that here. And you want to grow it. It's more fresh. You're able to do what you want with it. It's only going into your hands, your purposes. That's what this is about. New ideas. You have a new idea. You have good intuition and good thoughts about it. Labradorite is also a stone of magic that can awaken your magic, mystery, and psychic abilities. Sorry, reading too fast. Yes, we just talked about that not too long ago, about it helping you open your abilities. This is great because opening your abilities means you're trusting the crystal to help you. And you're trusting your own abilities to ground with you, to be one with you, It's amazing on what these crystals can do for you if you let it. And that's the key word, if you let it. Hey, Sam, welcome back. It is clear your Aqua and seal it to prevent the good energies from leaking. Kind of like if you were to have a water bottle and you don't want anything to leave. You seal it. You got a balloon, you tie it. Don't want it to seal it. Same thing with this, where you become one and connect it with that. Therefore, the stone's vibration can also give you protection against negative. We talked about that too. Good for protection, and it's very, very good to keep your mind focused. You have work going today, you have a big project coming up, or you have a family trip that you don't want to go bad, you would definitely bring this crystal, one of these crystals, with you. Of course, there's multiples that you can use, and we will get to all that. But labradorite is definitely a very strong crystal that can help you take your worries away, take care of the negative anywhere you go. Carry it with you, whether it's around the necklace, got it in your pocket, around your finger, your wrist. I mean, we pretty much wear and use. If we have it in our pocket, that's great. If I feel that I need it, all you gotta do is put my hand on it, bring it out. Thanks, sis. And do what you gotta do. Now, when we go on investigations, I haven't done it recently, but normally if we're going for a long drive to an investigation that we've either been called out to or we wanted to do it ourselves, sorry, I will recline my seat. I will hold my crystals because I like them around my neck. It's easier for me to ground with, to become one with, and I will lay back, close my eyes, and a lot of people say, well, that's weird. No. I'm always protected and I don't go without anything. Yeah, that's us. If I don't have it around my neck, I have it on my wrist, I have it on my finger, it's with us all the time, on our desk all the time. We have our incense, we have just about everything that we need. We have an entire tackle box if we need to do something with. But yes, I will recline my seat, hold my crystals, and I will turn over towards the window, close my eyes. If it's cold out and I got my hoodie, I will pull it over my eyes, and I will lay there and meditate. And I will protect myself, pray that it helps me and my family, whoever goes with us, whatever part of the team in the company that comes with us, and help protect all of us. Now, if you have your own, you can do that. Or, it's different ways of doing that. You can awaken anything that you want as long as you put your mind to it. As long as you say and do and give. That's the whole key to this. And that goes with all crystals. And I mean all of them. It is clear. Oh, I already read that. If you are very busy day in and day out, which is me, whether at work or at home, it can stimulate your imagination and relax your overactive mind. I know a lot of people have that. Go to bed, supposed to go to bed and, unwind and relax and fall asleep. You got too much on your plate. And then all you're thinking is, well, I got to get up. I got to do this. I have so much to do. I have a party coming up. I have, so much going on that you just can't unwind. That's why I always say before you go to bed and when you wake up are the perfect times to do your meditation. If you don't want your crystals all in your hand, lay them out on the bed with you. Keep them close. I like to put them on my legs because I sit Indian cross. Crisscross applesauce. You guys know that. Whatever. It wasn't coming out right. And I'll hold them here, but I will also have them on my legs, and I'll sit there 5-10 minutes. It doesn't really take much. It just awakens and connects you. And that's kind of that balance you want when it comes to grounding yourself and protecting yourself and starting off the day properly or ending the day properly. That way you can go to bed and you don't have a million and one things on your list that you know you have to do by a certain date or by the end of the day. So, it just helps clear that mind. It is perfect stone to have on you when you want to both be energized and soothed. Feel agitated? You grab it. Labradorite stone. The great thing about labradorite crystals is that it always looks fashionable and elegant. So you can make it into a necklace. You can make it into a ring. It doesn't matter. The properties that come with it is the most important thing. It's not about it being fashionable. It's not about it what it looks like. You can have a rough stone as long as you use it with the properties that it has. That's the important part.
The reason they're saying that it can be utilized as something fashionable and elegant is because labradorite is a dark, glassy, black crystal that, like you said, you can chop it down and put it into a ring. You can do something like I have for my aquamarine, is to basically make it into a necklace.
Mm-hmm.
And or earrings, small little earrings. And somebody that knows crystals is automatically going to come up and say, "Oh, I like your earrings. Is that labradorite, or is it black obsidian, or it could be any number of," but they're automatically going to know that what you're utilizing it for.
And if it says if you wear it as a ring, it will boost your energy of your hands and promote healing and productivity. I know what it says, but it just wasn't coming out.
It will develop your hands' sensitivity so that it becomes a powerful source of healing. It also helps with your clairvoyancy and stuff like that. I guess now we're going to the special report.
Special report.
If you don't like wearing jewelry, put the crystal in your pocket whenever or wherever. Or you can put it inside your bra, so it's close to your body. Ladies, you can do that. I mean, some guys I know might need to wear a bra, but wear it as high as possible in your body. You can also place it under your pillow when you sleep, and that energy will be your aura for the next day. So the powers of labradorite is healing powers. There are many health benefits of labradorite, more than just prettiness and elegance. This crystal also possesses potent healing powers. Labradorite can also help relieve stress, anxiety, because the energy that you get from the crystal can cleanse your body of toxins. It can also remove harmful energies brought on by other people that you meet or deal with every day. You figure every day in the corporate world, somebody's shaking hands with somebody or bumping into somebody. I mean, you go to the mall and you're bumping into somebody. Well, their bad juju can be like a flea and jump from them to you. But if you have your crystal with you, it's going to be utilized as a blocking mechanism. So that way, that little flea is like, you classify it like a flea collar or a flea bath. That flea is going to get on and bounce right back off. It's the positive juju that you have with your crystals. It'll help negate the negative. So your positive will negate the negative and it'll be okay. Labradorite can be also to treat eye or brain disorders and respiratory problems like colds or bronchitis. It can also relieve symptoms brought on by gout or I won't even try to pronounce that word.
Yep, have fun.
Similar properties of tiger's eye. It's good for having, if you have a heart condition or heart problems. It also is beneficial in lowering your blood pressure. It even addresses hormonal imbalances and relieves pain suffered from having your menstruation. So, ladies, get a big chunk of labradorite for that time. It's excellent aid in digestion. We're not saying swallow it. It can help in regulating your metabolism as well. It can stimulate mental awareness, making you more immune to depression or feeling of hopelessness. This last point is huge and a big part of why so many spiritual healers and crystal lovers are such big fans of labradorite. Depression, anxiety, and other feelings of sadness and unease have repercussions that can often ripple into your physical ailments. Even mainstream science accepts this, even if it is less acknowledgeable of how crystals can help in healing. So if you ever go to a healing spa and they offer labradorite as one of the healing crystals that you can utilize.
I wanted to see it for a minute. Let's see. You read that one.
Keep going. You took it from me.
I didn't take it from you.
I wasn't finished this one. Labradorite certainly soothes plenty of physical symptoms. Lightly touching areas of pain or energy flow around the body can ease hurt and discomfort. Sometimes all it takes is to sit quietly close to your stone to feel the positive effects as it washes over you. Your breathing will slow, your heartbeat will find a good rhythm, and your mood will even out if it takes a dip. So your confidence feels fractured. It's not going to be an overnight cure. In times of severe need, we always advise searching for help from a professional. But don't discount labradorite and other healing stones either, as they may surprise you. Labradorite is also known as the good luck stone. If you wish for more abundance, good fortune, and success in your life, this stone is the one to utilize and it will manifest it in a
So we are going to switch to another crystal.
because labradorite can get very intense.
Communicating with selenite sure is a list of crystal properties that can be helpful. But if you already have selenite, I encourage you to spend time with your crystal before you read the list, which we will get into. But this is another crystal that will go with labradorite very, very, very well. So you can either use either or use it together to do everything that you need to. I'm fine, Sam. I am fine. Yeah, that is a very, very good one. I can't prove this, but it is a gut thing. Trust your gut. That's first off. But I think crystals can transmit what we are as people and extend their of ourselves. Yes, that is true. And in a way, I think they can be weaponized.
Friends, wives.
Yep, that is so true. It will definitely, like we said, trust your instinct, trust your gut. If you have used the crystals of any sort correctly and you have connected properly with them and given your all and opened that book, then yes, you will get that sense of feeling. Either it's right or it's warning you or something. If you're getting that sense of I'm not supposed to be behind the wheel right now because I don't feel good, don't do it. Don't chance it. So yes, that is true. Hold it in your hands and breathe deeply. Silence your mind. That is part of meditation when you begin. It will tell you in certain videos. Yes, sis, that is perfectly right. Crystals can do whatever intentions you put into it. Absolutely. That is part of being one with that crystal. Introduce yourself to your crystal in your mind or out loud. Communicate with it. Treat it like it's a person sitting right in front of you and do your thing. Let your crystal know that you recognize them as a being, that you don't want to project a purpose into them. You're welcome. Purpose into them and that you love and appreciate them. Yes, showing respect to your crystals as they will do to you is a very big, big part of what it is about. Well, to us. Yeah, that is so true. If you treat, it's just like I know growing up, I know mine did, said treat others how you want to be treated. Do the same thing with your crystals. Don't throw your crystals to the side and say, well, they're there. Well, no, because they're not going to work for you. You need to take care of them. You need to charge them when it is time to charge them. You need to meditate when you need to meditate. Whatever you need to do to become one with your crystal, to show it appreciation, do it. Because at the end of the day, it will help very, very much. That you are tuning in and listening, asking what they need, asking how they would like to show up in your life. Yeah, that's honestly the true thing now. Yeah. So, like it says here, if you tune in, part of your meditation, part of your grounding with it, part of your communication with your crystal of any sort. It doesn't matter if it's a cellulite or if it's clear quartz. It doesn't matter what kind of crystal it is. As long as you communicate and do exactly what this says to any crystal that you have, you will succeed. And asking what they need. If it's time to recharge it, it's losing its energy, it's losing that spark. That's exactly what it's going to do. You need to recharge it. It is very important to recharge your crystals. Definitely important to keep them cleansed and keep them protected as they will protect you. And ask how they would like to show up in your life. what part of this is actually a great example, sis. See, she's showing the love to her crystals. She gives it a kiss. That's the love and the appreciation that she has for her crystals. I have mine, like she says here, in their own bags. I have that on my nightstand. They're in little see-through black bags, the little trinket bags. Then they each have their own. Even my necklaces. Yes, I absolutely do. I grew up with that saying from my grandmother to my mother to my father. So, yeah. Yeah, that's so true. But bullies will never understand until they lose. And we see this a lot with bullies. They come from a hard life, or they're just miserable. So you may be surprised on what they communicate with you. It may align a part with something in the list, or may be completely different. Why do they all do this? Well, crystals have been programmed and enslaved by humans. I don't know. 11 properties. It is true that a powerful crystal of divine light and love. When I first picked up this large piece of selenite, I could instantly feel the buzz, and that buzz is that connection. I don't know if you guys have realized, when you go into a crystal shop and you go and find that crystal to take home with you, and either you get that feeling to stop, and then I put my hand over it, and whatever warmth and whatever connects me with that crystal is what I get. Like this. That's a good example right there. Felt that? You take it. It could be any crystal of any sort that you find. It connects you. And when it connects you, you get that spark or that warm feeling, or just feeling right. But that is definitely... So selenite is known for aiding the communication with spirit guides, guardian angels, and other members of the realm. So if you're looking to communicate with crystals, we were just talking about that. Ancestral spirits of any sort, this is the crystal to do that. You can do that through what we call the SD method minus the spirit box. You sit there, you calm yourself. This material is done not by human hands and have been found by poor people of other countries. Yeah, that's true. Crystals can be found all over the world. And if you use the rock identifier that I have, it is a very easy, fun, I think, app to use. You can take a picture of any crystal. It will give you the properties. It will let you know in what state or country that you can find the crystals. And it will tell you when it goes all the way back in the history on every crystal. I absolutely love it. It has guided me through a lot of things. My son and I and the girls, we went to Patapsco State Park, and lo and behold, we found some crystals there. We were not expecting it. I came home and I was like, it's just some pretty rocks. Maryland's not known for crystals. Well, you'd be surprised on what you pick up, because there was some out there. Some that had the gold flakes in it, and some that, different things. But You never know until you get out there. So Sagonite's gentle energy can help create a peaceful and harmony environment in your home, such as bringing you feeling the deep inner peace. This is another good crystal to have in your home after you have cleansed it and blessed it. Just sit it on your mantle. If you have a big, beautiful piece of it, it doesn't have to be huge. You can put it in your flower pot. You can, whatever the case may be, wherever you want to stick it, but it will help the house. It will help your family. It will help anybody that's in the house. What? Oh, the look. Like I got that long look.
It was the wherever you want to stick it. Your discretion is advised.
That was in the front and the intro. Sagonite can be a powerful aid for improving any physical and intuitional ability. Like I have abilities, Sis has abilities. There's a lot of us here that have abilities. This Sagonite is a very good part. And part of what I've learned in my life. I am 59. Everything is 1 information, 2 energy, and 3 is control by frequency. Yeah, that's true. That's, a great thing to have. You have the list of it and you know exactly what you're doing with them. That's awesome. So you can also use including hearing, seeing, feeling, and knowing are some of the abilities that this crystal will help you open. Like I have just about all of these, if not all of these, because I can see, hear, and definitely know that they're around, obviously. So this is a great crystal to help with that. It can help calm your mind throughout daily life and during deep state of meditation. Definitely, I know how some meditate where you get a blank mind and you're sitting there putting your intentions for the day of what, goals or anything. Yeah, knowing is definitely a big one, for sure. It's a good thing to know. Yeah. Sagonite can help reduce anxiety and replace negative with clarity, patience, and compassion. So if you're getting anxious, you're getting nervous, pull this out. Have it with you. You can have this and elaborate in a few of them if you get them in little bead forms or however shape they are. You can get them all on one necklace. They're great together. They definitely help. Sagonite can help guide you along your path of soul healing and spiritual growth. Sagonite can help to reduce stress, relieve pain, and help promote the removal of toxins from your body. You have a lot going on. You're stressed, you're worried, and you want everything to be gone. Well, unfortunately, that is not how that works. But this crystal can help calm you, clear your mind, and refocus on exactly what needs to be done. But Sagonite smoothing energy makes it a great crystal to keep in your bedroom wherever you spend the most time. The most time that we spend in our meditation room or our spot or corner or quiet spot is what I call it, is a good place to put it. I mean, you can put it in any room. I mean, you can have one in each room if you got it. But it's still a great thing to have with you at all times. You can put it in your office if you're working in your office a lot more than you are in your bedroom or in your meditation area, or if you make your meditation area your office, you know. Selenite stimulates the crown, brow, and throat chakra. When these chakras are open, you can feel a strong spiritual connection, experience profound emotional healing, and communicate more openly. As in, if you use this for those purposes, you're not going to have a problem developing your abilities. You're going to be able to trust this crystal to help you learn about your abilities, first off, because that's important, and then developing them in the correct way and using them in the correct way. You don't want to go out there using your abilities to provoke, to use it in a negative way, because all that's going to do is bring back a negative feedback. And that's dangerous. That's not the safest way to do that. If you're going out there to communicate, to get information, to help cross over, then you want to stay calm. You want to be grounded. And that's essentially what the chakra does in this. It helps you communicate and be one with your crystal, but in a safe manner. Selenite should not be kept in direct sunlight or next to a lamp, because the light can cause the crystal's color to fade over time. It's kind of like dye in a shirt. If you put a red shirt in the washer and then you put it in the dryer, it's going to fade. It's going to bleed, essentially with this. Labonite, meaning and introduction. I'm going to end here. Channel and to stay strong. Thank you, my dear. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. We are going to continue with these. I do have some awesome research that Jacqueline has given me, and we will continue that into the next show, part 3. So we do have a little bit more, and then we will continue into another topic. So I do love every single one of you. Thank you guys for coming in and being with us. And I will see you again. Yeah, that never works. Love you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
1